kind of questions should you ask a real estate firm before joining? Well, I'm Dustin over here at Mantle Realty, and I'm going to give you a huge list of questions that you should ask before joining a real estate firm to make sure it's a good fit. What makes you different from other firms? Well, that's a great question to ask anybody whenever you're trying to join a firm. But what makes most people different is all the exact same thing. There's not anything different. But we over here, we've got the Kool-Aid. And what makes us different is we don't poach. And what I mean by that is once you get started in real estate, you're going to have a lot of phone calls and a lot of people saying, let's go get coffee and talk about your future success in real estate. Or what can I do to help you with your dreams of real estate? Or blah, 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 everything else. I've never made a poaching phone call one, and neither has any of our other admin team. We feel like anybody who's joined over here is because they're a good fit for us. And yes, I have told agents, say, if it doesn't work out over there, you better give me a shot because I enjoyed working with them and their transaction and their demeanor in life. We've had agents that came back to us from other firms after they went to the other side to see if the grass was greener and realized what it was fertilized with, if you know what I'm saying. But we want to treat everybody like they're all equal and they're all human beings. I don't see you as a number, so you'll never get an email blast as an agent of saying, come join us over here, here's our splits and everything else, because that's the only value that they're giving you is how much money they can give you back. They're not here to help you brainstorm and further your business. They're here just off of a paycheck. And that's the only thing that they care about. We're here to build our community up, whether it's our firm or whether it's our actual city that we live in. We all believe in this as a whole. And so that's what makes us different. We go love on our community first, and we love on our firm as a family. Let us know if you've got any questions or if you got any other questions that I did not answer about if you are thinking about joining a real estate firm, and I'd be glad to answer them for you. What makes people stay on your team and what makes some leave? Yeah, we've had both, and it's okay. If you ask another firm that, they're probably going to give you some generic answer and probably shake a little bit. And as you notice, I'm here to answer these kinds of questions. First of all, the agents who leave usually weren't a great fit for the most part. They aren't social butterflies and they just don't enjoy my humor or things like that. And so it's like, see ya. And that's totally okay, each their own. Other agents have left because they just outgrew or moved into a different area, or maybe just didn't realize real estate is as hard as it was. We see that happen quite a bit too. We believe over here that every agent can be successful in different situations with different firms. I have some of my closest friends that are past agents of ours that I still know to this day that they can count on me and I can count on them. Why? Because our friendships are sincere and deep. Just because you needed to go somewhere else, I'm okay with that. And the exact same thing about people who want to stay forever with us. I believe that we want to provide for our agents the whole time and not just say, here you go, here's your license, go sell some houses. I don't know who you are and I don't know anything about you. I want to be involved in everybody's lives as much as we possibly can. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know how we can help you succeed. I want to know whenever you need chewed out versus whenever you need motivated. And the same thing goes for me. Some of my biggest motivators in my life are some of our agents, and they're some of our best friends. We've done everything as Vegas trips to Disney World, even went to my mom's wedding and helped set up everything. I've got agents who are on speed dial for my kids at school to they're my babysitters. We also have two other agents who have this Mantle Mafia tattoo that's right there and right here. Yeah. So that's how close we are as a family. So some agents do leave, and that's okay. There's enough to go around for everybody, and you'll never hear me say anything about it. Some agents leave because it's confusion, but most of our agents stay and stay for a very long time. Do you have a mentorship? Well, if you're a brand new agent looking for a firm, this is huge. Yeah, you might not want this and feel like you're going to be micromanaged, but as a whole, most agents don't have a clue what is going on in the real estate world. Make sure that you talk enough about what kind of mentorship it is, not just if you have one. Because a lot of times the mentorship is just checking in, making sure that you're doing your paperwork correctly, and that's it. You feel like you wasted your time, energy, and money because a lot of firms are going to make you pay for this, whether it's the referral fee or training in itself. We over here, we don't believe in that. We're also not going to micromanage you. We're going to check in with you, whether it's going to be throughout the month. And we have an open door policy where you can contact us through our Google chat groups and things like that. So if we're not getting to you, you can ask us before we can ask you. At the exact same time, we believe that our success is dependent on our brand new agents with our training and with our knowledge. So we want to make sure that we are there for you as much as possible. We're not going to micromanage you and tell you this is what you can do and this is what you can't do. But we're just going to give you suggestions too at the exact same time. How often does the firm meet and what's the culture like? Well, it's a great question to ask whenever you're thinking about joining a real estate firm. And for a lot of firms, there is no culture. The culture is there's your door, here's your desk, go do your work. We don't know each other. You can pass each other in the grocery store and you're not going to talk to each other. We don't believe in that over here at Mantle, so much so that we call ourselves the Mantle Mafia. The sign right here or on my arm. And the reason being is because we do a lot together. Every Tuesday morning, we meet and we talk and we discuss the things that went on in the past week, whether it's our highs or our lows, or how we can get better as real estate agent, our training. We've done personality tests, we do role playing. We just have a great time as a whole. We try to make sure our meetings are beneficial for everybody in the firm and not just for one or two people. So we try to include different things throughout the meeting. It's an hour long, but you're more than welcome to come join us at any time with the thought process that you might join us. Or if you're even thinking about getting into real estate and seeing how firms work as a whole. We're not normal. So if we say something, can't be offended. What's your commission splits and do they change over time? Well, that's a great question to ask, and we all know that's probably the number one question everybody asks when they're interviewing a firm. The problem about it is it probably shouldn't be because it is not as transparent as it seems. The reason why I'm saying that is a lot of firms will charge you a referral fee or part of your commission to anything, say, from a mentorship that you might be in. Or if you're under a team, you might be paying this. You might be paying referral fees off of a lead that came in. You might be paying advertisement fees and things like that. So they nickel and dime you to death off of extra fees and everything else throughout the whole system. So what their commission rate is doesn't always mean what you're going to be bringing home. It's sort of like looking at interest rates versus APR. If you don't know the difference, it's probably some of that training you should be getting from us. But for us over here at Mantle, we're really transparent over our commission splits. Do they change? Yeah, they change once. Once in your career, they're going to change, and it's to the good, actually. Our agents go from a 70-30 split whenever they're provisional brokers to an 80-20 split whenever they become full brokers. We don't charge anything extra nickel and diming you, whether it's for leads or mentorships or teams, things like that. It is 80-20, 70-30 across the board. What kind of software do you provide? Well, it's a great question because a lot of firms won't tell you the only thing you're getting is a seat at the table. Everything else you've got to bring on your own. And what do I mean by that? Whether it's your contact management software, your website, your social media development, your transaction management, your e-signatures, your day-to-day work, things like that. If it's not provided, it's an extra cost to you and it nickel and dimes you to death as a real estate agent. We over here at Mantle, we don't believe in any of that. We charge $100 a month for everything that we have out the door right now. Prices could change, but for right now, I'm actually paying quite a bit per agent that we have here because I want to make sure everybody's on the exact same page and everybody has a professional face forward in front of our public. What do I mean by that? Well, your email, for example. We don't allow personal emails to be used here. We want everything to be personalized of the Mantle stuff. So you have your own landing pages, your own transaction management. You have access to our graphic designers, our videographers, and our web designers and everything else. Anything you want to build, we'll build it for you. Cost of it, $0 extra. We don't charge anything for any of those things because we want our agents to be successful. We want our agents to be successful real estate agents, not a graphic designer, not a web developer, not a video editor. Go be a real estate agent. That's all we care about. Who actually does your training is a great question to ask. Reason being is a lot of times it's other agents who aren't really great coaches and trainers, and so you don't get a lot out of it. Or maybe it's just a video webinar that you're supposed to watch to get your training off of. Over here at Mantle, we don't believe in that. We believe that it needs to be interactive and fun and have great trainers. So Yes, we have our own trainers that are here, and sometimes if an agent is really great at what they do, we'll have an agent come in. We also have vendors that come in, but we actually go through a thorough process to make sure that they are going to be good to go whenever they're talking to you, and they're talking to you about things that you want training off of, not just selling their products to you. Tell vendors all the time, if you're coming to talk to our agents, don't bring us food, bring us knowledge. That's all we care for. So, yeah, we've got a lot of different styles of training that we do to help our agents become better and more productive agents. What kind of training do you offer, or is this just the onboarding video seminar? Well, for us over here, we believe that our agents need a variety of different types of training. We have everything from role playing with me to filling out offers to purchases of different types of properties to social media work to working with realtor paperwork and role playing as a whole. We also teach you the best practices of how to do things, whether it's inside of our system, contracts, closings, buyers, sellers, all kinds of things to help you out in your day to day process. We call it our boot camp. Why? Because you need to know everything, and it is very intense as a whole. If you're looking for somewhere that just lets you fly, we ain't it. Why? Because we want the best of the best, and we want our agents to be prepared and trained as a whole versus just flying by the seat of their pants and asking a bunch of questions throughout the whole transaction. Are leads providing, and how do you give them out? That's a great question because a lot of times firms won't tell you everything. They won't tell you how many leads that they give out a month or how do they give them out. It might be going out to their top producers first, and you might just get the bottom of the barrel leads, or that you're paying a referral fee or per lead basis, things like that, that you have an extra cost that's incurred. Over here, man, we don't believe in that. We believe that our agents are our number one attribute and that we need to feed the beast. How do we do that? Well, as long as you are up to date with your notifications, follow ups, phone calls, and everything else, we give you free leads. So if you need those leads and you want them, just do your job and they're there for you. How do we give them out, you ask? Well, we give them out by the areas that you actually live in. So we've got agents who are in certain locations. We're going to feed those to you. We don't want you to be getting leads that are outside of the areas you don't know about and then having to sell properties in areas you're not really familiar with as a whole. We think it does a disservice to you as the agent and a huge disservice to the client itself. So we try to give it out geography based more than anything else, but we do give out our leads equally through all of our agents that are following up and making their phone calls. What kind of support are you going to give me for the first 90 days? As a brand new agent, it's really important those first 90 days to see if you're going to be successful or not. Most agents aren't even going to sell a property within those first 90 days. So, a brand new agent should be asking a firm, hey, how are you going to support me? Not just if and what ways. Because most companies aren't going to tell you everything that they're bad at. They're only going to tell you what they're good at. So they might say, oh, we give you leads. Well, if they don't teach you how to actually work those leads, then they're pretty much trash in general, right? Or what kind of leads are you giving me? Are you going to teach me how to actually fill out contracts and paperwork? Or are you just going to send me to the wolves and I have to go ask strangers on the internet? Is there any kind of mentorship? Is there a check-in program where I know what's going on and somebody is looking after me for my well-being and making sure that I'm going to be a successful agent and not get in trouble with the real estate commission? A lot of times firms will actually make you pay for the mentorship, whether it's at the very beginning or referral fees throughout the whole process, things like that. We don't do that over here. We just believe that we need to have people that are over looking at what you're doing and there for you to ask any questions. We also have our brand new agents interview our successful agents and say, well, how did you get started in your business? What do you think about time blocking and things like that? So you can learn from somebody who's already being productive in the firm versus just winging it on your own and hoping and wishing on a prayer. There's a reason why most real estate agents don't make it past 2 years. And even the national average right now said 74% of all real estate agents never sold a property last year. I don't know how they're still doing anything, but they are. So these agents don't have training. They don't know how to work a lead. They don't know how to find a lead. We teach our agents how to do all these things.